Oh, good day everyone. Didn't see you there over that massive abomination of a truck. But it certainly has a purpose for today's episode of Career. Because we are going to be using this thing for mining uranium today. But before we actually do that, let me tell you what this thing actually is all about. So, it is a gigantic mining vehicle that we can use for mining uranium, which we will need to have for our new oil tanker. It has two rather big drills, one down here and the other one up here, and this arm drill can be used for mining from the walls, and the lower one can be used for mining from the ground. It also has space for more than 1500 uranium ore, which that's how much we will need. Now it's also very quite special in how it handles, because firstly this thing drives really well, and I think it drives the best out of all of my cars, if this can be called it, but it's also really quite fast. I can change my RPS here, and also I built a special transmission system for it. This is my first time making a transmission system, or making a workable one, and it really does work, and it works well. It's manual because I think for this type of vehicle manual is best, and also I like manual more than automatic, but it works well. So now I say we go into the career save and spawn this thing and actually drive down to the mines. Right, so in episode 12 we bought the FJ1 docks, so let's actually utilize them by using the hangar for getting the uranium mining vehicle. So we have it here in the workbench, let's spawn it. Cool. Now I wanna see if it actually spawned with all the fuel we need. Yes, it has all the fuel we need. Now I guess it's time to move. I am going to save this as a different save than my career save. I'm going to save it as career mining because if something bad happens, if this was a bad decision, it would be good to have a save to revert to and to have a save when we didn't have this vehicle. Now I think it's time to move. Now one other thing is that we will use 12 RPS. I normally use 20, but the thing is that this doesn't have the best fuel efficiency, and we don't have a lot of fuel, and I'm considering turning on infinite fuel when we're idling at the mines, because I wouldn't do that if we could mine oil and distillate it into fuel, but the thing is that the mining system is just broken from our tests in episode 12, I believe it was. So we'll see if we get there, and we'll see then. Now let's go on the road and firstly see where we wanna go. So we wanna get here. Those are the mines, and last time we got here this way, but I think today we could do this way because this is way shorter. So let's see if actually there are roads here, and it seems like there are. It's nice because I've never been on that part of the map really. Now while we do this, let's actually talk about two things I want to talk about. The first one is what this episode will be about, and it will basically be different from the norm, because in normal career episodes we mostly build, but in this one we are just going to do the gameplay part because someone asked for it, someone wanted this, and I think it's good to have a break from the building and just enjoy Stormworks gameplay, although it's very glitchy and buggy and not the best. Now the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that the normal series like career and things like that have not been getting a large amount of engagement on my channel, and so that means that you may not like them as much as you did in the start, and I understand that. So expect some new interesting series quite soon, although I will continue career because it's fun. Now while we do this, I'm gonna be taking some pictures because why not? Wow, that's some nice wallpaper material. Well then, let's track along while burning tons and tons of fuel. But this is for the greater good, as we're gonna mine uranium and that turns into nuclear, and that doesn't harm the environment much. What's interesting is that we're getting 80 kilometers per hour, which is nice for this type of vehicle. And if we actually did 60 RPS here, we could get to around 230 kilometers per hour from my testing, which is a lot. Now we're at a crossroads, so let's check the map where we wanna go. So my guess is we're here somewhere. So yeah, we certainly don't want to go here, do we? Yeah, that's the long way around. So let's go through here. Now in my bigger builds like ships, I usually have maps and stuff, but it's fun sometimes going around in a smaller thing without using a map and navigating just by using landmarks and the built-in map. It's fun. These bridges always horrify me. There's something weird about the hitboxes of these lamps, and it it can get you stuck. And I guess this is a good place to save. Bridge crossing successful. Now, I remember the journey last time being absolutely painful, but this doesn't really seem like it. For some reason, this makes the volcano look small. I really don't know why, because it's absolutely gigantic. Then again, we're going at 80 kilometers per hour. Now, also, this first part of the journey is actually being filmed on the day where we should get the announcement about the new DLC, which is going to be very cool. And in the second part of the video, or like quite soon in the video, the thing should already be announced. So you might be able to hear my disappointment. Now, where the hell are we? Alright, so we're somewhere here. I guess we carry on the right side. Another picture. This part of the map is really interesting. Now, back to the DLC. I really hope it's one of two things. Either it's a complete overhaul of rail and trains and all that. I would love to see you being able to build your own track, as well as tracks being as blocks in the game, so we could build like rail ferries and stuff like that. But I don't think that will really fit in a DLC. I think that's more of a major update material. And oh, some ores. I guess that's aluminium, something like that, or iron. Yeah, I think that's iron. But my other guess, and I am really hopeful about this one, is fishing. I really wanna build a gigantic trawler, like something really big, and then go into the Arctic and sink it in waves. That would be fun. And there we have it. I think that's the mountain with the mines in it. Now, I think this episode is really just me talking about things, but what is that? Oh, that's rail. But it's really interesting how arid looks way bigger than the mainland, even though it's not that bigger than the mainland, because mainland is mostly mountains, whereas this is mostly like plains and stuff. that also has forest, so this looks way bigger. Ah, there we go, a bridge again. Let's save. Cool. Another bridge passing successful. Now again, I really like how this thing handles. And there we go, that's the mines. I see, I think that's the hole there. Also in the last episode of mining, that was episode 4? No, I think 5. Well, in that episode, we had a problem with there being a log on the ground in the entrance of the mines, and that log blocked us from entering there with our small car, our small mining thingy. But here from testing, this thing actually can get over that log somehow. Our fuel is at 70%, which is nice. Wow. I really need to build a train someday. They really are an underutilized mechanic in this game. Now this is the road that leads to the mines, and wow, we got there a lot earlier than I expected us to get here. It didn't even take a day, although it is getting rather late, sort of, by the sun. This brings back memories, a lot of them. Especially that wind, because the last time we tried mining I was new to using the recording software and you couldn't hear me because the wind was so strong and loud. Well, let's park it here. Let's give it a honk for prosperity. Let's shut the engine down and I think we can go sleep. And let me lower the in-game audio because those winds are very quite strong. Now this thing also has a fair bit of usable interior, which is cool, so let's sleep real quick and let's go in now in the morning. And before we do so, save. Alright, now this is certainly gonna be interesting getting in here. I think we have enough ground clearance to not get killed by anything. Alright. Oh god. And we're in. Nice. Let's turn on high beams. Let's do arm light. That's all we need right now. Now, first off, let's drop the back drill. Let's use AFK throttle, which I usually use that for like mining. And it's spinning, so let's actually check how much we're getting. Yep, we are getting uranium. Well, that's nice. Right, I guess we can deploy the arm somewhere. Well, let's keep it on the lower back trail for some time and then see how much we get, and then we could maybe use the arm and see if that's actually better. Because I don't think we can use them both at once, because we're gonna stall our engine. I think if we do this, yeah, it goes to a half all the time. Now I'm going to AFK here for some time, probably gonna play something else, and I'll be back soon. Also, those lights are eating up some battery, so just gonna turn them off real quick, because we don't really need them now. Now, one important thing is that these kind of get mined out after like 100. So we're at 100 uranium currently, and it's already mined out. So let's move down a bit here, because there are 2 of these ore thingies. Alright, let's lower the drill down here. And that should be it, I think. Yeah, we're spot on. Alright, more AFKing to continue. And we've run out of fuel. Well done. I think we'll have to do this. I'm sorry for having to do that, but we don't have many other ways of doing this. And so we are finished. That actually took way less time than I expected. And so I guess let's go. And I will need to do something between this clip and the next clip, which means that between this clip and the next one, the live stream of the devs and of the new DLC will be over. I'll give my really quick thoughts on that after this clip. Let's try and turn around here. This was certainly one of the inherent problems of building such a big vehicle, but it's working. So let's get out of here. Yay. And we're out. Alright, see you soon. Well done, this is the new clip, and the DLC just dropped, and let me talk about it while we actually don't go to FJ Warner, because we are going to the uranium processing plant, which is going to take way longer. And also I am going to refuel at the gas station here, because... or that's not the gas station here, this is a gas station. Because I got no fuel and we're using infinite fuel due to the reasons I already mentioned. So let's go there and talk about the DLC. So we got a space DLC, and honestly I'm kinda disappointed. Firstly, we already have games that are way better suited for things like space. We have KSP and games that just pull off space very nicely, whereas Stormworks is not made for space. Stormworks is made for like sea and stuff like that. Secondly, I'm guessing it's going to impact performance horrifically. The third point is that I feel like it will be rather boring. Is that the right word to use? Because the moon, which is the only planet, is kind of an expanse of nothingness. And also this is one of the main reasons why it's not my thing. And that is that now we will get a ton of development towards that DLC, as we got with added the animals and stuff. And so a lot of updates will just be directed at that DLC, and not much will be actually about things like this. So all in all, I think fishing would have been better, but I respect the opinions of others, and this is obviously just my opinion. Oh god, what's that doing there? Another bridge crossing complete. And let's save. Now, are we on the right track? Yes, we are. I remember it here. Oh wow, that mountain looks like a pyramid. Sort of. That's interesting. Right, now we are nearing the space where it's gonna be interesting with all of the turns and stuff like that. So we will need to watch the map a little more here. And another bridge crossed. The arid really is beautiful sometimes. So I believe we take a left here, and there's the gas station. And take a right here. And now get to the gas station, and I believe this road should also lead us up to the processing plant, but I'm not sure. Oh, a crate, that's always good to find. And there it is. Let's stop it here, and we have enough diesel here. And yes, we are pumping. Now we can actually plan our route here, and if we're here, I guess we can go northernly here with this road and then cross over here. That is possible. Yeah, so let's do it this way. And we're done. Let's put the hose back in and let's go. Now let's also turn off the infinite fuel. Everything should be fine. So as we decided, let's go through here, and that's a lot of animals. This thing is actually surprisingly fast. It's also getting quite late, or not really, but the sun is coming down. Oh, this is a really interesting road. From what I've seen, it goes up to those peaks there. It's this one. Now around the corner will be the bridge crossing. Yeah, we can see it there. And around the corner, under this weird, very scary mountain, there's a bridge. So let's go over that. And then it should be rather actually problematic getting up there into the uranium processing plant, because from what I remember, the roads there are kinda chaotic. And we aren't even eating up fuel that fast. That's good. Another bridge crossing accomplished. Now let's actually stop here and let's check the map. So we just went over this. So if we keep on our right side through here, we should be fine. Take a right here and there is a car. Apparently that needs help, which I don't have the means to help them. Very sad. And I think we should take a left here. Yep, I see the power plant. And with this, the second leg of our journey is complete. Now the only thing left is to get to that uranium processing ramp thing and then process all that uranium. Let's hope we don't get hit with radiation from this thing. And now get here. And what I wanna test out is if we can use funnels for bringing the uranium into these thingies. That should be close enough. Let's try it out. Now let's try the funnel thing, and I think we're not close enough. Yeah, so we'll have to do it manually, just how last time. That's kinda sad. Let's put our equipment away so we have more slots. And I'm gonna meet you after this misery ends. And there we go, we actually have more than I expected. We have 66 ingots, so that should cover for everything. So now let's go back to FJ1, I guess. Now let's embark on this final leg of the journey. So we'll go just through here and then keep through here. Yeah, that should be quite straightforward. So let's go again. This is probably gonna be one of the shortest parts of the journey. Alright, I think we took the wrong way. Yeah, well, let's just cross over through here and try to not hit all of these animals. Oh god, he's trying to do it. Oh, I actually did take the right way then. Oh wow, this train crossing is weird as hell. Would be interesting if we had train AI. That would be fun and dangerous. It's really weird that I can just go through a sandy area without really having any punishments for it. Because in real life it would obviously not be the greatest idea. I would obviously need to stay on the road. But I don't need to here in Stormworks. That would be fun to see in the next game. Now, one thing that I don't understand is how can there be cows in a desert as there is one there? Like, don't they need like grass to live? And this is the final stretch. Yay, we're here, that's the runway. So let's get to the docks, because I want the uranium to be in the docks. Although I think if we just put it in a hopper, it should be distributed around all of this area. But I'm not sure, so rather be safe than sorry. So let's get to the docks and put it into there, and then despawn the thing, the weird abomination of a vehicle that works quite well actually. So I guess we just put it in there. there is a mineral hopper somewhere here. Yeah, there we go, here. So if we come alongside, and now we can try if this works. Yes. Gets them directly in. Right, nice. And it's out. Perfect. Well, this was a heck of a journey. Right, perfect. Well then, let's quickly give it a honk. Nice. This episode was actually way more enjoyable than I thought it would be. And it's nice having a little break from the usual building things and all that. I hope you also enjoyed this kind of break thingy. And yeah, this went way better than I expected, because from gameplay content I am basically used to there being glitches and things like that. But this never happened with this, and it went way better than I expected, and it took way shorter than I expected. But with all that done, see ya!